Thank you to the Academy for this honor.
I want to thank the Academy for this incredible honor.
I'm so honored, and I thank the Academy.
Thank you very much to the Academy.
The Academy.
The Academy.
Thank you so much to the Academy.
Thank you to the Academy.
Thank you to the Academy. First of all, this is really sick.
What's winning an Emmy, Oscar, or Grammy without a nod to the Academy? You've heard the ambiguous shorthand before, but who are they? These voting bodies have come under scrutiny in recent years, mainly for some non-transparent practices and lack of diversity. It's important to know that these groups vary in size and structure. There's the Television Academy, which votes on the Emmy Awards. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences takes the Oscars, which we'll come back to later. But first, let's explore the voting body behind music's biggest award, the Recording Academy and the Grammys. In 2021, The Weeknd boycotted the Grammys after being snubbed following a Super Bowl halftime performance and the release of his fourth studio album, After Hours, which included multiple #1 hits. One reason for his boycott? The latest in a long line of artists calling out the biases largely against women and Black artists.
When the Grammy nominations didn't turn out the way that he expected, the way that a lot of people watching this type of stuff expected, he actually made a point of calling out these secret committees, kind of saying the system is rigged.
Turns out, these indiscreet, anonymous, and secret expert committees played a pivotal role in the Grammys selection process.
The controversy with the Grammy voting often comes from kind of the middle round when all the eligible music goes through these secret committees. Basically, they're just groups of experts, whether it's artists, labels, publicists. People have been accused of kind of playing to their own interests. Nobody really knows who they are or what it is that they're considering.
Then Recording Academy CEO Deborah Dugan alleged gender discrimination, sexual harassment, and unequal pay at the organization. She largely brought the secret voting committees and alleged widespread voter corruption to light. She was placed on administrative leave and eventually fired.
There's just been a lot of scrutiny on these kind of institutions.
In April 2021, the Recording Academy announced the dissolution of the secret committees.
Every year, they're adding more people to the Academy, slowly improving diversity of that voting body. I think the goal here is to see that kind of snowball into something bigger.
The Oscars, on the other hand, have more than 9,000 members in its academy, and like other award shows, have been called out for its lack of diversity among that membership. In 2015, the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite became popular after the Oscars awarded all 20 acting nominations to white actors.
Welcome to the 87th Oscars. Tonight we honor Hollywood's best and brightest.
The same thing happened the following year.
It's the 88th Academy Awards, which means this whole no black nominees thing has happened at least 71 other times.
The most obvious incitement to that was the movie Selma, because it was nominated for Best Picture, but Ava DuVernay was not nominated for Best Director, nor was David Oyelowo nominated for his really masterful portrayal of Martin Luther King Jr.
When will we be free? Soon and very soon.
It was started by the media strategist April Rain, who just had this really reflexive reaction to that.
I saw that there was an issue and I presented it. And then it became this moment turned into a movement, and I had to decide whether I wanted to be committed to it. But it truly is now my life's work.
To understand this in that context takes away from her deeper meaning, which is let's look at how movies are made, why they're made, who gets to make them. You know, what stories are elevated into being Oscar movies? What narratives typically and traditionally have earned that respect? And then who's behind them? Who are they about? And who's in them? I think that's the brilliance of her strategy, was to get us to talk a lot about that.
We haven't yet mentioned the Golden Globes, a night dedicated to recognizing excellence in TV and film. Or, as Ricky Gervais once put it,
for any of you who don't know, the Golden Globes are just like the Oscars, but without all that esteem.
The Golden Globes officially kick off awards show season and are usually a good indicator of how certain actors, shows, and movies will perform at award shows the rest of the year. The Golden Globes have an entirely different voting body called the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, or HFPA. It's made up of California-based entertainment journalists from outlets all over the world. It has about 90 voting members. The group's size came into the spotlight right before the 2021 award show. The LA Times published a breakdown on the HFPA's membership, revealing the group had no black members.
The HFPA is the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, and when left untreated, they can go. Oh. She's kidding. There is no known cure for the Hollywood Foreign Press.
The HFPA is ultimately moving in a direction similar to the Academy. After 2016, the Academy said it would double the number of women and minority members by 2020.
Our audiences are global and rich in diversity, and every facet of our industry should be as well.
And it did.
The argument for diversity and equity and inclusion, I think it gets misunderstood as box checking. Movies with more diverse casts do better commercially. Movies with more pluralistic points of view and more creative points of view, movies that don't exclude people just from reflexive sexism or racism or blind spots, they're better.
I am making a vow, and it's going to be tough, to make sure that everything that I produce that is 50% women.
This industry is acknowledging the world that it's in. It's reflecting its audience more precisely and accurately, and it's more likely then to be telling stories that are universal.
I feel like a very opportune moment in history is happening right now.